Getty Images / Express.co. Hundreds of people attended a Stop the War rally to protest the UK's action in Syria. Several hundred protesters gathered in Parliament Square this afternoon as the Prime Minister told the Commons her decision to take part in strikes alongside the US and France was in Britain's best interest. The majority of those who attended the rally, organised by the Stop the War coalition, were against any kind of military intervention, while some said it could potentially be justified, but only if the action was first approved by MPs. There was also a small contingent of supporters for President Assad who insisted the Syrian leader was a good man. Theresa May ordered British forces to target chemical weapons facilities belonging to the Syrian regime in retaliation for its hand in a suspected chemical attack which killed at least 75 people and hospitalised 500 more. "We can't bomb Syria into the country we want it to be," Lloyd Russell-Moyle addressing MPs today. She argued Assad's previous use of the sick weapons meant action was needed to ensure he did not deploy them again. However, her decision to act without the approval of the Commons was met with fierce opposition from the Labour benches, with Jeremy Corbyn seizing on the opportunity to call for a War Powers Act, which would prevent any future strikes without the approval of Parliament. Protester Lisa Marsden, 36, condemned the government's actions as illegal, and accused Theresa May of blindly following US President Donald Trump. She told Express.co.uk, "It's absolutely disgraceful. I bet none of them have given a thought to the people struck there." Getty Images. The rally in Westminster heard from a series of speakers, including Labour and Green MPs. Asked what she thought of the PM's assertion the attack was in Britain's best interest, she said, "I think she's a liar. She's blindly followed Trump and now she's looking for a reason. How is it in our interests to get involved in another foreign war? She should be taking in refugees, not ordering airstrikes." James Chappell, 54, also condemned Mrs. May's actions. He said, "It's not right. Theresa May didn't have a vote. She didn't have one because she thought she'd lose it." Express.co. Theresa May's decision to back the Donald Trump and the United States was condemned by demonstrators. What does that say about bombing Syria if the PM didn't want to risk asking the Commons? Bruce Kent, from the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, said Saturday's strikes were absolutely illegal. He told the rally the British pilots who took off from Rafah Kritiri in Cyprus had carried out the attack, carried out illegal orders, adding, "Someone should have told them beforehand what they were doing was against the law." Lloyd Russell-Moyle, Labour MP for Brighton Kemp Town, accused the Prime Minister of sitting at home at number 10 and waiting for instruction by tweet from Donald Trump. He said, "We should not be this maniac's lapdog no more." In an impassioned speech, the 31-year-old added, "We can't bomb Syria into the country we want it to be. We have far too often thought we should do something but planned nothing." He insisted Western airstrikes would not help resolve the conflict in Syria, and urged the government to look at other ways to intervene, such as providing more humanitarian aid or accepting more refugees fleeing the war-torn country. Getty Images. Stop the War organizers led demonstrators in chants of "Stop bombing Syria" and "No more war." Ben Griffin, from Veterans for Peace UK, said both Tory and Labour governments were to blame for involving Britain in foreign conflicts. He pointed out it had been Labour who had approved action in Afghanistan and Iraq, while the Conservatives had signed off on airstrikes in Libya. The former SAS soldier questioned what the attack had achieved, saying, "Will Assad still have chemical weapons? Probably. Every country in the world, it seems, thinks they have a right to interfere in the domestic problems of Syria. It is up to the people of Syria to solve this situation."